I am really looking forward to August for the simple fact that I should be able to be at my desk 100% after next week, and my Thinkorswim account should be up and running 100%, and I should be more proficient at it. And let's see what else. Oh yes, my 40th is coming up. I'm very excited to celebrate that. Another just numeric milestone in my life, but a lot of good things have happened in the past year, so I'm very, very excited about celebrating all the good things that have happened. Now, getting into the week, this past week in review, I did spend a lot of time with Thinkorswim. If you guys are specialists on Thinkorswim as far as writing studies to put things up, such like as volume on candles to know whether it's a sell or buy volume on the candle, I would love some help with that. So just shoot me an email at carpeprofit@gmail.com because I can definitely learn in that area. That is not a technical analysis or anything like that. That's software growth. And I do need to learn the software before I jump in full force. Also spent the week with Stephanie Kammerman in her Java Pit trading room. And it's really cool to see how the dark pool prints really affect the movement of stocks, especially with indices. You'll see that it does play price level ping pong, so you can pretty predictably see where it's going to start to sell off and buy again as the day unfolds. And then at the end of the day, you do tend to get a dark pool print from the day before. So it's been really cool learning that. I do recommend that you check it out or follow her on Twitter as well. It's the Volume Princess. I'll put it down below in the details as well. So getting into the watch list for the week, we are in earnings season. So I do have a couple earnings that I will be posting on Instagram. And there are two in particular that I will be watching. I will be out of town next week, so I won't be that active on Twitter, but I will be watching on my phone. I would say watch Priceline, PCLN, and Wayfair. Those are two that are roughly about 50 million. So those are going to be the lower float ones that are probably going to have pretty quick movement to them. BABA is also announcing earnings next week. Now that is a very large float. So what I would say to that is when the momentum continues, you know that it's going to take a lot of buying or selling to really switch the momentum power. So once it goes in one direction, I believe that should continue for a good couple of days. You do hear my little one in the background probably, so I will go ahead and get to the watch list. And once again, check my Instagram and Twitter for the price targets and price levels to see it all written down. For the longs for this week, I would recommend, I don't recommend. I am simply a trader myself, and I'm not a financial analyst. As far as the support and resistance, I would say if the momentum hits or breaks one of those price targets, that it would continue momentum in that direction. So for Yelp, we have 39.25 as support and resistance of 40.50. Wi-Fi, WIFI, for support of 18.75 and a resistance of 19.45. Cara, GWPH, and CBMX are very interesting because those are lower float. So once they start off breaking a support level or resistance level, it's pretty quick movement that you will see to the upside or downside. So for Cara, CARA, support of 16.10 and resistance of 16.50. GWPH with a support of 117 and a resistance of 118. That's a big cannabis stock player in the pharmaceutical world. CBMX for a support of 760 and resistance of 780. That is a 2 million float. Didn't have a lot of volume on Friday, but it could go parabolic if it does have the volume and movement behind it. AMC, the entertainment company, with a support of 1650 and resistance of 1660. For shorts, I do have WTW, Weight Watchers, on there, which is a lower float, simply for the fact that if you look back at the chart, you always look left to see where resistance and support levels are. That 4140, I believe it was the past resistance level about 2013. So I do believe there's some bag holders there. I do believe there's some sellers that are going to be coming in. That's why I do have it on the short side. XXII for support of 235 and resistance of 255. CBB for support of 2115 and 22. SPPI for a resistance of 910 and support of 890. ANET for support of 171.65 and resistance of 175.30. GoPro, GPRO, for support of 980 and resistance of 1040. MDRX with a support of 1285 and a resistance of 1370. Now for the higher price stocks, do check to see if they do have options, because that is a more affordable way to be able to trade them. Just make sure that you understand options before you get into it, because sometimes if you get into an illiquid option, it's hard to get out, just like an illiquid stock.